Hi everyone, I am going to react to Lock Horizon Season 2, Episode 23, Isaac and Iselus? How did he say it? Iselus. That's Princess Lenicia's brother, right? Little brother. I got a mic stand. I don't know why I'm excited about it. 'Cause, I'm like a soft-spoken person. And when I'm editing these videos, I usually like bump up the gain on my voice. And now that I have this mic stand, hopefully you guys can hear me better than you did before. So yeah, I'm excited to try this out and we'll see how it turns out. So last episode was this letter that Roito wrote to Shiroe, right? Like I wanted to know what the heck was up with her and all that. Turns out that she's an alien. She basically took over Shiroe's second character that he created, that he left on the moon server or something or other, and she's part of this civilization called the Navigators, right? And they have two types. They have those that are sort of like wandering around, gathering information and all that, which is what Roito is, and then there's the ones that are like sent to gather. What's it called again? The harvesters, and they're there to empathions. Yeah, they're there to gather empathions, and they are basically the geniuses that the adventurers have been facing for a while now. So yeah, that's what happened last episode. And then there was this dude that showed up at the end there, so I'm not sure if he's a genius or whatever that he is. I'm not sure. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this reaction, if you guys have my reaction, sure. Okay, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/Philomini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Oh, my glasses. Reseric. Isaac, he doesn't like it. It's too informal. Too informal. Oh, the look in his eyes, man. Oh yeah, he didn't want to communicate with the moon. Loon, whatever. Why is that miniature him on the table? Oh, she stepped on something. Iselus. Okay, Iselus. Also, he told the kids too. Okay. Oh. I wonder how Toya's feeling about it, because he can walk. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Why? What happened to the father? Is the father? I mean, she didn't say that he's dead or anything. I don't know. Well, Venecia. Oh, they have the same hair color. Exactly. They're doing it purposefully. Aw, that's a good way of thinking about or going about it, I guess. Aw, what's going on? Someone watching them? A genius? He looks different a little bit. Hmm. He's still young? Oh, sorry. Yeah. No. Uh, so he has 4 children. Really? Okay. Counsel him? Oh. Is someone. What are they doing to her? How old is he? He's still a kid. He's taking on way too much. I feel like. Or, I don't know. Yeah. Literally. Mm. Mendoza. Glasses? Because I see glass logo on the box. Oh. Oh, gift. Oh, he's so cute. Where's Krusty? Oh my goodness. You and me are wondering the same thing. You and I. You and I. Me. English. 9 years old. Okay. Yeah, but he's old. He's an adult. He's still a kid. Still a kid. But he got glasses, if I believe. the way they're zooming in on that drink, I don't like it. It's probably poison. See, look at it. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Good. Okay. Is it from Minami? For Yamato's what? Peace? Because he breathed in the smoke or whatever. Little Iselus. Oh, okay. Basically like a guardian. Move. Oh, look at the way he's looking at him, so surprised, like in awe. Oh, so that's the okay. That's how he come across. Mhm. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Hmm. She loves her bread bean something or other. Excuse me. Ooh, what the? Is that Operation Red Night? Because the moon seems to be red, you know. Because I look when what's her name? Hi, Nureha. When Nureha told her people to leave during the wyverns attack, and them showing the people of the land leveling stuff, and then the crazy woman fighter and all that, and then they're like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, okay, is that the end of Operation Red Night? Because it didn't really make any sense to me. But then this people are like passing out in Akiba, right? Is it just people of the land people, or like adventurers? From what I can, well, I don't know if I can really tell much, but I haven't seen anybody that I know is an adventurer that has fallen. But then, well, Akiba is full of, I don't know. I doubt that it will just be affecting the people of the land. It has to be affecting everybody, right? Operation Red Night. When I saw the wound was pinkish, reddish, whatever, then I'm like, wait, let me see. What was Operation? That operation's title again? And it's like Red Night, and it's night, and then the moon is basically red. So I'm like, it must be Operation Red Night. It has to be right. Look, I love this episode. Like we've been seeing Isaac during this whole anime, but it was just like you will see him here and there doing stuff, contributing to the larger conversation that's going on. and all that, but we've never actually like spent a lot of time with him. And this was that episode for him basically. You had Shiroi go to, is it Roderick? The guys that create stuff. He went to him about trying to create some kind of communication device with the moon, but this he said that it's gonna need a lot of money, and it's gonna take probably years. And even with that, he's not sure that it's gonna work. And then you see people having conversations about whether they want to go back to the real world or not. I didn't know that he was gonna tell the kids about the possibility of going to the moon, but he told them. I think he told a bunch of people, but I feel like he held something back. I'm not sure what he held back, but yeah. So people were having conversations about whether they wanted to go back or not. And you see Sirara is like, yeah, she wants to go back and see her parents, but she still wants to stay here because they may have this friendship now. She doesn't want to miss them or anything. And then you had Minori that was hesitating because he was looking at Toya and basically wondering what Toya's reaction about it was gonna be. And Toya's like, yeah, I want to go home because it's not like they chose to be here. So it's like you have your home, so if you were displaced from your home, you have a natural instinct to want to go back there, and that's what it was. But then he's like, basically the way that I understood it, like want to choose to get back here, I guess. Like he doesn't want the choice to be forced on him. He wants to find, I don't know if that's something that you can choose to get back here. I don't know. He just wants to create a place for himself by himself, I guess, or whatever. And Rudy was like approving of his way of thinking. And then the question was posed to Isaac as well. And Isaac is like, he doesn't really think about it. Until it happens, he's not going to think about it. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. And then he was walking. Oh yeah, he was talking about how things were annoying. Like adventurers and people of the land. Like when they use Mendoza, to say annoying people, annoying or whatever, I always think to Naruto and Shikamaru, because to him everything's like, I don't know, my mind always goes there. But like, what was I saying? And then he saw this old lady that was struggling with this big case, and then he helped her. And then the lady gifted him with strawberries, and he's like, yeah, but it's still good too. Like annoying people it's still good. There are good aspects to it, I guess. And then he got summoned by the grandpa. And the grandpa is like, he's gonna name Iselus as his heir during Iselus' birthday. And they went through, guess, is it children or grandchildren? I don't know. But it came down to Lenecia and Iselus. And he said something about after having seen the way Lenecia lost it when they were having that meeting or whatever, he felt that Lenecia's job was something else. And then he said that by being the king, being the ruler of the kingdom should be like a man's job. I'm like, for real? Okay, whatever. And that Iselus was the one best suited for it. And then you see Isaac. The grandpa asked Isaac to basically guide and teach Iselus things that he doesn't know, And then you see Isaac sort of like shadowing, following what Iselus is doing. And clearly Iselus cares about his people. And he tries to solve things by himself. And then you have Isaac teaching Iselus sword fighting and whatnot. and you see how he takes it seriously, like Iselus takes it seriously. And Isaac was proud of him, and I'm proud as well, but I still feel like the kid is 9 years old, okay? And yes, he's gonna be the heir, but he's 9 years old. And he's taking on a whole lot of responsibilities that I feel like a kid of his age should not. I mean, it's not like Iselus is complaining about it or anything. He feels like someone that's capable of juggling everything, But he's 9 years old, okay? That's my main thing. He is 9 years old, so he should not be having all those responsibilities thrown upon him. And at his birthday party, Lenesia comes late, but then everybody was happy to see her. When she got into this, everybody just stopped and just stared at her. She's so pretty and all that. I'm like, yeah. She apologized for being late and everything. And then Iselus was telling her how he had all these amazing, like many adventurer friends. And Lenesia was trying to warn her about the ones in glasses, basically Krusty and Shiroi. And Iselus is like, Isaac doesn't have glasses. And in my mind, I'm thinking, when that dude, the merchant, when him and Isaac were, having dinner or something at a restaurant, and they were talking about basically how there was this war, that before the basically the West controlled Yamato, and then a war happened, and after the war there was this separation. You have the West and then you have the East, and the West feels like all of Yamato is their birthright, so they want to take it back basically. So there's this war that's brewing, and the West is being supported by Minami as well. So they were having this conversation, and then he gives him this gift, and on the gift you see glasses. I clearly saw glasses on the box, so I'm thinking in my mind that he's being given glasses for some reason. So when Lenesia was warning Iselus about adventurers in glasses, and I'm like, Isaac was about to also has one, I guess. But it turns out that it was some kind of warning, this earring that was some kind of warning system, basically telling him that there's danger, I guess. So after the grandpa announced Iselus as the heir, and then this person showed up with this orange juice, and then he's like, this has been made from my land and it's a gift. And I'm like, the way they zoomed in on that juice, I'm like, something wrong with that. And then that's when his earring started activated, and then he stopped Iselus from drinking it. And then these people released this gas that you should not breathe in. Isaac breathed a little bit of it. I think that's why he said something about him being basically, he couldn't move well. He was sort of like basically a little bit, not paralyzed, but something like that. But he took Iselus out of the room, and those people of the land, started attacking them, and they were about to attack Iselus. Then Iselus blocked it with the weapon that Isaac gave him for his birthday. And I'm like, oh, the little boy, I'm impressed with him. But then Isaac is like, don't target a little kid, okay? And then he used this move where he basically turned all those people's attention on him, which is what Toya and that's basically what they do when they do Anchor How, I think is their move. Like Anchor How is like, turn your attention on me. That's basically what he did. And so the guy he took all of them down. And then you see how Iselus was so inspired. Like he was amazed at everything that Isaac was doing, You can clearly see that he admires Isaac a lot. he does. I admire him a lot, and I love the relationship, and I love how Isaac knows. I can see the great potential that Iselus has to become a great king that cares about his people. That kid has a good head on his shoulders. Okay, like when that maid, I don't know what her situation, and he was telling the maid that he was gonna talk about it to his grandpa without creating much of a fuss, I guess. So the maid didn't want to make like a big wave out of whatever it is that was happening with her, but he was still gonna try to do something about it. And then he was like walking around, just doing stuff. I'm like, for a 9 years old kid to be amazing at doing that, I don't know. It's amazing. I love that little kid. I hope we see more of him. And then by the end there, oh yeah, that dude came back. The sage of the something lake. What was his name again? I can't remember. Regan of Mirror Lake. Well, Regan came back and he was giving Shiroi this report about the transport gates and that weren't working, and apparently they have this sort of like connection with the moon. I guess it works based on the moon's position. I don't know, but it has something to do with the moon. And they talked about this Shibuya TV station or something or other that the Shiroi thought was not working, but then Regan is like, while he was doing his thing with the gates, that he received the signal from there and that it might be working. So I guess they're gonna be using that station, I guess, to try to communicate with the moon. That's where I'm guessing this is going. But then everybody started falling, and we episode 23, right, of the season. I think there's like 2 or 3 episodes after that. So we're gearing up. Well, the final battle, I guess, of the season, the main battle of the season, is gonna be happening. So yeah, things are heating up. So I can't wait to see that. And yeah, thanks again for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to episode 24, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/ifeelmoney. And you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.